I just didn't want to hate my job when I woke up.
Okay.
Like, I knew I wanted to try my own thing. But at Barstool, if I was making $60 grand a year working for myself, I would have been happy. But anyone who said they had vision back then is probably lying.
Right.
Because, we started as a newspaper before MySpace existed, Facebook, TikTok. So for anybody to know what the internet was going to be, they're lying. We were just always really quick and kind of moving and following trends, but I had no idea it would turn into this.
You handed out newspapers on the subway platform, street corners of Boston, yelling at people. How many papers did you think you handed out a day?
Probably 5,000 to 10,000. We had a circulation of 30,000, probably at the height. So I'd wake up, you see it, any city corner, and just hawking papers outside the Garden. I grew up in Boston, South Station, subways, just working.
Because a lot of times people they take it and throw it on the ground.
Oh, that happened. I count that. If you took it, that counts. Yeah, you didn't ask how many ended up in people reading. But if you're going on the subway, right, and you're just looking for anything to read, so you get as many hands on it as you can.
Todd McShay started out as one of your earlier writers, and you custom built websites, and the newspaper went digital. How did you know, like Todd, how did you decide who you were going to pick to write and who are you going to start staffing?
So I went to high school with McShay. So,
okay. That
was a hard-ass choice. Yeah, I was in his wedding. So we weren't paying anybody when we started.
Okay.
He got involved in sports before I did. Okay. So he was already maybe just starting on ESPN a little bit. Okay. So he just helped on the side.
Right. Wow. So is it true that you started putting women on the bikinis on the cover, and that's when the newspaper kind of took off?
That is true. So there was a photographer in Boston. He's like, have you ever thought about putting a girl? Maxim was huge at the time.
Yes.
So
they used to have big parties at the Super Bowl. I don't know if they still do that now.
They still do it. I think it's
but not to the level. Okay.
Yeah. Back in the day, Maxim was like the it party.
It was.
Yeah. So he reached out to me, the photographer. He's like, have you ever thought of putting local women? Maxim, there are sleds.
Yes.
So we started putting, I'm like, no, I haven't. But if you want to do the photography for me, do it. Knock yourself out. And he came over, did it. And it was a local girl. Well, that started getting people's attention. I'm like, let's do it again. And that kind of, you know what it really did for us back in the day?